Hey everybody, I hope you're well. Welcome to this video on Palmier Pro, the ultimate AI-powered video editor enhanced with AI. Designed for macOS, Palmier Pro lets you generate media with ultimate AI models and use Claude as your creative assistant throughout the entire video editing process. In just a few minutes, we'll check it all out and see how it works, and be sure to stay until the end of this video to learn how to set up Palmier Pro from scratch and connect it with Claude. How do you start a new project in Palmier Pro? Go to the top and select File, New. On the right, configure your project settings, including aspect ratio, video resolution, and frame rate up to 60 frames per second. How do you import files into Palmier Pro? To add video clips, images, and audio files, just drag and drop them straight into the project library panel, and then pull them down onto the timeline at the bottom. Use this slider on the right to adjust the zoom level. If you use the free version of Palmier Pro, you get everything you need from a basic video editor. You can place multiple clips on the timeline and play them back by pressing the spacebar key. How do you move and trim clips in Palmier Pro? Simply click an asset to select it, then drag it horizontally to move it along the timeline. You can also trim any clip by dragging its edges. How do you cut and split video in Palmier Pro? Enable the scissors tool on the left, then click where you want to split the clip. If you ever make a mistake, hit Command and Z to undo. To drop visual transitions, click and drag the small white square handles at either end of a clip. Select a clip to edit it using the panel in the upper right corner. You can adjust its position, scale, and opacity, apply color corrections, or add visual effects like blur. How do you export a project in Palmier Pro? Click the Export button in the top right corner. You can render the project as an MP4 for an Apple native MOV format while choosing the output resolution and using the configured frame rate. Palmier Pro also lets you export your sequence as a project compatible with Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or Final Cut Pro, or save it as a standalone Palmier project that you can reopen later. But Palmier Pro is much more than a standard editing workspace. If you upgrade to a Pro or Max subscription, you get access to powerful AI-generative AI models directly into the video editor. How do you generate AI images inside Palmier Pro? Open the Generate panel in the upper left corner to start creating media with models such as Nano Banana, ChatGPT, Grok, or Ideogram. Let's select Nano Banana, set the aspect ratio, adjust the output resolution, and choose how many variations to render. You can even upload a reference frame to guide the generation. Let's launch the generation using part of your monthly Palmier tokens. And here is the result. You can also generate videos, selecting Seed Dance, Cling, VO, and many others. For example, you can take the reference image generated earlier with Nano Banana and convert it into a video by setting options such as duration, aspect ratio, and quality. And here it is, the video just made. You can import it directly into a new track and use it. Furthermore, you can also edit existing media with AI. Right-click any clip and select AI Edit, or use the panel in the top right corner to access the complete list of AI tools. For example, you can upscale a video using models such as Topaz, or open Edit to generate a new version using the panel on the left. In this example, let's use Happy Horse with the selected video as the source and ask it to transform the sun into a blue star. Let's see the result. When you select any video, you also have options to generate audio with AI, such as music or sound effects. For example, let's generate music. On the left, choose from several AI models, such as Lyria Pro. Once the music has been generated, you can right-click any video and select Unlink to separate the original audio from the video. Then select it and press the backspace key to remove it, or remove any other clips. We can also select ElevenLabs if we want to add any voiceover.
This is the sun, the star of the solar system.
The sun is the star at the
If your
center of our
project
solar
includes a
system.
voiceover, open Captions in the top left corner to generate subtitles using your Palmier Pro tokens. Choose the language, number of words, style, any animation, if desired, and the positions of the captions on the video. As source, make sure to select the correct track, in this case, the A2 track. And let's generate it. The generated captions appear as violet clips containing
The sun
text
is the star
on a
at the
separate
center of
track.
our solar system. And it is a huge ball of hot gas.
How do you use Claude AI in Palmier Pro? You can connect it using your own API key through its built-in MCP system. We will show you how to set this up at the end of this video, so stay tuned. In the top left corner, open the Agent panel to start chatting with Claude using your own tokens. For example, we can use Haiku to ask for project suggestions. You can type the @ symbol to choose any existing project media. We can also ask Claude to shrink all of our pictures so they last exactly 1 second. Look at that, it is already done. How do you
The sun
clean
is
up
the
audio
star at
and
the center of our
voiceovers using
solar
Claude?
system.
It can automatically remove hums, pauses, mistakes, and repeated words. For this task, let's select Sonnet and launch.
The sun
Sonnet
is the
fixed
star
the
at the
audio,
center of our solar system, and it is a huge ball of hot gas, mostly
and
hydrogen
it also
and helium.
changed the video clips
It is so
automatically
large
so
that
they
more than
sync
1 million Earths
perfectly
could
with
fit
the
inside
voiceover
it.
below.
Everything in the solar system.
How do you generate text and lower thirds with AI? For example, we can ask Sonnet to create a lower third text at the 2-second mark. Once you launch the prompt, the text clip is automatically
It is the
created
star at the
and
center of
placed
our
at the
solar
correct
system, and it is a
position on the
huge ball
timeline.
of hot gas.
You can ask the AI to edit any clip directly. For example, let's request a camera shake effect and create a transition from full color to black and white.
And it is a huge ball of hot gas, mostly hydrogen and helium.
How do you use AI to fill and synchronize your project's timeline? Simply ask the AI to generate and place content between the 9-second and the 18-second marks. For this task, we will use the more advanced Claude Opus model. We can tell the AI to generate new media and sync it automatically to fill this exact duration. Let's look at the result.
It is so large that more than 1 million Earths could fit inside it. Everything in the solar system moves around the sun because of its strong gravity, and this gravity keeps all the planets in their paths.
Now, let's look at how to connect Palmier Pro with Claude Desktop using MCP. First, download and install Palmier Pro on your Mac. Please note that there is no Windows version available for Palmier Pro right now. You can continue using the free version of Palmier Pro, but you will need to upgrade to a Pro plan if you want to generate images, videos, or audio directly on your timeline, whether you use Claude or not. Once Palmier Pro is installed, make sure you have the Claude Desktop app installed on your Mac and that you are logged in. Inside Palmier Pro, go to the top menu, click Help, and select MCP Instructions. Follow the steps to install the Palmier Pro extension for Claude Desktop and make sure the extension remains enabled. Next, how do you get an Anthropic API key for Palmier Pro? Inside the Palmier Pro settings, click on the Agent tab. The app will ask you for the Anthropic key to connect the editor with Claude. Click Get an Anthropic key. This opens the Claude console, provided you have purchased Claude API tokens. If you haven't yet, you can access the Claude console after purchasing a minimum of $5 in these tokens. This balance is completely separate from your Palmier Pro subscription, as it is used every time you ask Claude to perform a task within the video editor. Once you access the Claude console, click Create Key in the top right corner. Give your key a name, set an expiration date, and click Add. Copy and save this API key, because the website will never show it to you again. Now, go back to the Palmier Pro settings, paste your key, and click Save. Once this is done, open the Agent panel inside Palmier Pro, and you'll find your Claude model ready to use. If they do not show up, simply restart or update Palmier Pro. Thank you all so much for watching this video. For more tutorials on artificial intelligence and AI-powered video editing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and visit our website for more free guides and creative tips.